LG definitely wasn't the first manufacturer to make a rollable device. I mean, we've already seen a rolling smartphone from Oppo and even some rolling display concepts from TCL. But this one is unique for its own reasons because it is actually practical. It's a rolling TV which LG is calling as the OLED Signature TV R, I guess R for rollable. It's a pretty cool concept we've already seen back in CES of 2019, that was 2 years ago, but it is finally rolled out and I think they are accepting pre-orders. They have an option to contact one of their representatives and yeah, India is one of the regions you can select now. The price was somewhere in the ballpark of I think $30,000 or something. That is pretty expensive, but this is not an ordinary concept. It is like a massive 65-ish inch TV that can roll into a soundbar looking thing that looks like a table in your living room. The whole idea is that the TV will be there when you want to look at it and will just roll away from your sight when you want to look at something else. I mean, it makes sense when you think about it. Like, why do you want to have a TV there when you're not looking at it? And OLED technology allows the screen to be bendable and flexible. So very much like a book or a chart, there is no reason why you can't just roll up that display and keep it away somewhere. So taking inspiration from their wallpaper series TVs, remember those thin TVs that would just go on the wall like a wallpaper? They've hidden all the guts of the TV in the bottom section, which has the rolling elements and the sound bars, and left the thin display to come up and down whenever you want to. Now the panel is only 4K, which is kind of surprising because a TV like this would have the highest resolution, or at least that's what you would expect. Like, I was expecting this to be an 8K panel, but I guess the panel technology has some limitations whether it can be rolled or not. Now the reason why I say only 4K is because a TV like this is a huge investment. Even for a wealthy person, they're not going to be upgrading a TV once every 2 years if they buy something like this. So even though there is not a ton of 8K content to be consumed now, it can be very well a normal thing in the future. And that will probably spread across other things as well. So it makes sense to have a display technology that's future-proof. Now for a TV of this size and this caliber, having higher resolution makes all the more sense. Like, all of a sudden after 2 years of you buying this TV, if they release an 8K rollable version, wouldn't you be pissed? And it's almost a guarantee that they're gonna do that, right? Once this thing becomes a fashionable trend among the rich, they will release a newer version for them to upgrade. But anyway, that's not our problem. But if you're wondering what else, that's it. It's just a fancy TV that rolls up. But that is a pretty interesting technology, isn't it? What other TV have you seen that just rolls away when you're not using it? Gaming on this thing could be a really immersive experience though. Like, theoretically it can do gaming because it has 120Hz refresh rate with a theoretical 1 millisecond pixel response time. The panel is G-Sync compatible and it has other cool features like 4K upscaling and things like that. I mean, sure, I'm not really surprised. It is the same panel that we see on other TVs which are gaming compatible. So just because this thing rolls doesn't mean it can't do gaming, right? It can. But yeah, you can pretty much say that it's the same panel with new tricks. What do you think? I mean, can you imagine spilling coffee on this thing accidentally thinking that it's a table or something? That gives a whole new meaning to living room cleanliness. But anyway, those were my impressions of the new LG OLED R rollable television. Let me know what you think in the comments down below and join our Discord for more interesting conversations like this.